Good morning and welcome to another edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Nithmini De Silva.
Newsfirst headline.
In local news, SLPP says no definite answer from President regarding holding general elections before the presidential election. University non-academic staff to intensify strike action. 72 health unions on strike in the northwestern province. In news overseas, end of leave of Singapore as Prime Minister steps down. And in cricket, Pakistan beat Ireland to secure T20 series victory. The news in detail. The Sri Lanka Pudujana Peramuna says the President Ranil Wickremesinghe has not yet provided a clear response to the request to hold a general election prior to the presidential election. The SLPP says founder of the party, Basil Rajapaksa, met the President on Monday and discussed this matter. Basil Rajapaksa and the President held 7 rounds of talks regarding the existing issues between the two parties. The SLPP says the President was informed of the party's stance regarding the country's development process during the latest talks. The SLPP election campaign will kick off on the 26th of May from the Kalaweva constituency in Anuradhapura. The SLPP adds that the election campaign will continue at constituency level thereafter. In more local news, a decision has been reached to intensify the strike action launched by university non-academic staff from today. The decision was reached as the government did not provide a favourable response to their demands. Co-chairman of the University Trade Union Joint Committee, Dhammik S. Priyantha, says no effective solutions were provided to the two proposals presented to the Cabinet of Ministers on the 13th of May. Accordingly, the strike launched by university non-academic staff is ongoing for a 14th day. The strike action was launched against the 15% salary cuts and the failure to increase the monthly allowance of non-academic staff. In other local news, the strike launched by 72 trade unions in the health sector at the provincial level is being implemented in the northwestern province today. Co-convener of the Health Trade Union Alliance, Chanaka Dharma Wickrama, says the strike is in effect in hospitals and health institutions in the northwestern province from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. The strike was launched against the failure to issue the circular regarding the increase of allowances in line with the uniform allowance and the failure to include 15 groups in the health sector in the circular to increase the special allowance. 72 health unions launched the strike on the 9th of May in the north central province.
International news.
Moving on to news overseas, Singapore's long-serving Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong is stepping down, marking the end of a political era for the island nation. After 20 years in power, Lee will formally hand over the reins to Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Lawrence Wong today. Since becoming an independent nation in 1965, Singapore has only had 3 Prime Ministers, all from the ruling People's Action Party.
Sports news.
Now moving on to sports news, Babar Azam hit a superb 75 as Pakistan beat Ireland by 6 wickets to clinch a 2-1 win in the T20 series at Clontarf. Ireland posted 178 for 7 with Lachlan Tucker and Andrew Balbirnie putting on 85 for the second wicket. A partnership of 139 between Babar and Mohammad Rizwan helped Pakistan to 181 for 4 with 3 overs to spare. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Nithmini De Silva.